I'm Mirjavo and was born in Germany, in a city called Duisburg. My first name is Patricia, which is in German pronounced totally different and weird. It's called Patricia. Yeah, that's my name. Awesome, right? Most of my family is Hungarian, but there's also some German part mixed in. My dad was born and lived in Hungary a long time and studied medicine. When my family moved to Germany, my doctor dad met my mother, and eventually they lived together, married, and my big brother was born. I bet he won't be comfortable that I say his real name now, since a lot of stuff will follow up, which isn't so nice. So I'm just gonna call him now. Uh, I just call him brother in this video. My family was all satisfied and happy, except my dad, who really wanted to have a daughter. My mother was against it, but somehow I ended up coming in the end. I was born March 2nd, 1999, and I'm so glad that I'm still got to be born in the 90s, even when it's the last year of it and it doesn't really count. But I still like to call myself a 90s kid. But that was when things began to get downhill for my family. My brother was 5 years older and everything was fine, but as soon as I arrived, my mother started going crazy. She didn't want me, she didn't care for me, she didn't change my diapers, and didn't want to feed me. My brother, who was, like I said, 5 years at this point, had to threaten her with suicide so that she did at least something for me, so that I didn't die or something, because, babies need food and care. Well, my dad was working as doctor and only came home all 2 weeks. And then he was working as well, so he didn't notice that I was getting sick and my mother started to become a psycho. She did many awful things to me, and my brother started to feel less and less empathy and emotions because of the whole situation at home, which still affects him to this day. In the end, my dad finally noticed what was happening at home when I didn't stop screaming and had a high fever, and also because the neighbors were calling him. I got into hospital when I was 2, and ever since then I have a kidney and bladder disorder, which will never go away. My parents had a divorce, forked over us, which included a lawsuit and protectory, but then finally we moved to our grandparents. Dad still wasn't home very often. Me and my brother became horrible children, and we were bullying people who were much older than us. My brother burned gardens down, and I shoved people into trash cans and ruled over kindergarten and elementary school. We were climbing on rooftops and playing with weapons of grandpa. So yeah, that was a fun childhood. So, if you got bullied once by some stupid little child, it could have been totally me, and I'm really sorry for this. I still remember that I was so careless about how others felt or thought, and I just thought that I could do what I want and that others didn't matter. The only person who mattered was my dad, and when he was angry at me because he got calls from angry parents again, I didn't understand that I was doing something bad. I just thought, those other kids made my dad upset at me, and then those made me bully them even more. At this point, I want to apologize for the children that I harassed. I hope your life isn't in some way affected by those things, and that you Once my brother met some older kids so angry but somehow got away, and then those teenagers, I was about 6 at this point, and they probably like 17. Anyways, we kind of met at the playground next door, and they were like, "Hey, that's the sister of the dude who fucked with us. Let's beat her up." And then they chased me with a baseball bat for like 3 streets. I still went every day to that playground. I don't really remember what I was thinking then. I guess I just went like, if I meet them, I just run away again. I don't know. It was so weird. I fought with my brother every day and became addicted to anime and games. One of the good things was that our dad raised us with it and loved them as well. Haha.